Game rewind to show you Deshaun Jackson. Watch the wide receiver here going head-to-head with the DB from the Skins. Of course, Deshaun Jackson, formerly of the Buccaneers, formerly of Washington, formerly of Philadelphia, now back with Philadelphia, reestablishing himself in the...
In trouble. Mahomes loses the ball, and it's recovered. Eric Fisher, the starting left tackle, jumps on top of it. A flag, and a free-for-all in the end zone. This has been building throughout this first half. The officials get in there to try to limit the issues, and Mahomes is limping.
Yeah, that's the key point here. What they're doing in the end zone really doesn't matter. This is what matters.
Zone. There was a flag in the end zone very early, and then when both teams got into it, the flag started flying. So there's a lot to uncover here.
Yeah, you might assume it's...
Yeah, Jack with a shove, and then chatting, and then another push, and then a swing.
That's an ejection swing right there. You can see the official threw the initial flag and then tossed his helmet.
So Jack and Watkins got into it. Watkins was standing over him. Jack retaliated. He got a push from behind by Robinson. And then Jack took a shot.
And all that good stuff, but as you said, it was a legal hit.
Exactly.
The result of the play was a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting. Dallas, number 25. The penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. It's first down. That is number 25's first unsportsmanlike towards a disqualification.
Yeah, that's tough there. That is tough.
Short of the line to make as Barkley had to come back for it, had a retreat, and there's an extra push and shove at the end of that play as well. And again, it's Hernandez right at the front of it. A lot of jawing going on between these fronts.
Well, and the Cowboy players are like, it looks 71. I mean, he's doing a lot of pushing and shoving. Are you not going to call him? Yeah.
Smith coming in saying, I'm going to slap the ball away, and Hernandez saying, no, you're really not going to do that.
In the NFL. Good protection down the middle. Pass is nearly picked by Luke Kuechly. Had his hands on it, and he'll be chewing on that.
Yeah, that's what he won't sleep tonight after that one. It was not. There's a couple flags on the ground as we see the officials trying to separate these players. Gerald McCoy being one of them.
Let's watch.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 93, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, it was Ryan Jensen, the center. Here's the play. Now, this is not a bad read by Winston. He has him. He's beyond Luke Kuechly. It's Brashad Perriman who has great speed, and it just was not a very well thrown ball.
Great hustle. Look at the hustle here. The guy from Michigan, Rich. That's awesome hustle.
That's Michigan on the Ohio State right there.
I know we always tell young running backs to put the ball in your outside hand, so if it gets knocked out, it usually goes out of bounds. They don't like to switch the ball in the middle of a run, but with being that wide open, you'd love to see him just flip that into his left hand so something like that can't happen.
I mean, I just don't think he saw him coming, Kurt. It looked like he eased up just a second, and he didn't see him coming. And boy, that was a big mistake there.
We got pushing and shoving. That's a 59-yard gain. Carlos Hyde with a heck of a day. He now has 161 yards rushing on just 16 carries. One of his best days as a professional. He's upset now because it does open the door a little bit for Jacksonville. And Fournette's going at Ronnie Harrison right now. It seems like a little bit of an intra-squad skirmish there a little bit.
That's LSU, Alabama. Okay, all right, guys, settle down, settle down.
Boy, barking right there at Dylan Cole, and then all of a sudden Harrison extends the festivities.
Boye was saying something.
Boye, too. And then, okay. There are no flags there.
All right, let's play ball.
A lot of woof and a lot of barking, but...
As a pump fake and then ball tipped and picked. Corey Littleton comes up with the interception. It's going to be an instant red zone drive. At the end of the play, though, look what happens here. Maybe this replay will show us some pushing and shoving, and Aaron Donald got into it with Devontae Freeman. Flags flew, as you see the great concentration by Littleton, who we've mentioned a couple of times in this game. Okay, here's the scuffle we're talking about. Face masks being grabbed. It's Devontae Freeman, who's not a big guy, against Aaron Donald, who most certainly is a big, strong, tough guy. Takedown by the official. Look at this one, though. Donald and Freeman head-to-head, and then Donald lifts him up like Darth Vader did to the insubordinate general in Star Wars. Just lifts him right up off his feet. One more time. We got to see that replay one more time if we can, guys. But the Rams are going to get the instant red zone opportunity, up 17.
Center, Dean Blandino, what do you see? What do you think is going to be the aftermath here?
Yeah, so we definitely, it looks like they're talking about it. And anytime we've got a situation like that where there's an altercation, New York can get involved and you could potentially disqualify players. I didn't see anything that was egregious, but obviously there was a lot of stuff going on. I think we're probably going to end up with fouls on both teams here. But again, the folks in New York can look at this and they can eject if they see something flagrant.
Dean, and I think that as we go along with this, when Devontae Freeman and Aaron Donald are locked up, watch the right hand of Freeman. Let's see if he ends up throwing, because I thought he ended up throwing, but not that.
One more look at the scuffle between two star players, Freeman and Donald. Red zone for Kirk Cousins, whistles one in down towards the goal line, and that's a catch for Irv Smith, the rookie tight end, and a first and goal, Minnesota.
And number 98. In addition, 24 of the offense is disqualified for throwing a punch. It'll be second down at the 16-yard line.
That's what you called. He threw, you know, and I understand it. I've been there before where someone else has control. If you look at him, his feet are off the ground. That's very frustrating.